Yo, 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 yo. It's your boys back at it again on the dish. Once again, we got the prime suspects. We got Guru, we got Tatu, we got Cat 5. Hey man, it's getting down to the nitty gritty. September, first week of October, and we're in postseason play, man. So Cat 5, man. Talk to him, man. What's going on, man?
Not much, man. Like you said, we got about 3 weeks left. Um, some of the playoff races are starting to shake themselves out a little bit. We got a couple that are still pretty close, um, and we'll get to some of that. But as always, I am just happy to be here.
I was waiting for that.
Tie through. Talk to him, man. You always on the other side, but you going to games paying $20 for beer, but yet $45 for a ticket. What's going on, man?
Hey, that's just Chase Field. Get it how you live. I mean, they were good seats though.
I wish I could watch my major league team for $45 near me, man.
Right?
But
Lower level like that? Like
exactly.
good seats.
Exactly. Guru. Hey man.
Man, if
You
you see
had
me,
it?
if you see me turning my head, it's because I'm keeping an eye on the game. You know what I mean? I'm watching
We had it.
the Mets being embarrassing right now, losing 4-0 to the Cubs in the eighth. But like you said, nitty gritty right now, man. It's 3 weeks left, and so far in the last week, neither team has shown us that we want the division. You know what I mean? So we can't pull away from each other. But we'll see what happens.
Speaking of races, Mets doing their best to keep it tight.
Yeah, that's exactly what they're doing.
Yes, sir. So we just, I don't know, man. We doing our best to fumble the bag, and it's right there in our hands, man. But hopefully the Braves will pull through, and we'll see what's going on through in the playoffs. But first thing I want to start off, man. Let's start off with the picks, man. Y'all had some weekly picks a couple of days ago, and y'all elaborate on that. Tie through. What was your pick, and what you think about that pick?
Did I actually make a pick the last round?
I don't know.
I don't remember. Why don't we just go with these weekend picks instead of going over those review? Because it's been a week since we've been on because of football. Thank you.
Yeah.
And you know what? Which game? Well, I'll tell you. I put it this way, then, Ty. What series was you looking at closely, and what did you think about?
So from the weekend, my eyes definitely. I had to think about that for a sec. I was paying attention just because of how things were shaping up with the NL East. I was paying attention to the Braves and Giants, just out of curiosity, because I was like, I wonder, are the Braves, going to be, who we think they are as far as takeover? And obviously, they weren't ready just yet. The Braves Marlins one was actually pretty good too. So I keep an eye just
The Mariners.
Mariners.
Yeah.
I keep an eye on Trav's team just so I can talk trash a little bit. But other than that, I also piqued a little interest at the Yankees and the Rays. Just to, you can't beat, AL East going head to head. So good series. Yankees actually figured out how to hit again in one of those games, which was a surprise. I didn't expect them, to come out and get 10 runs without, Aaron Judge probably hitting or accounting for 8 of those runs. So but it was a good series. It was actually a good series. Very close. It felt like October in that series for sure.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Because I think the game before that, it was with the Rays 4-2. Before the Yankees just figured out that we are that team and how to score runs again.
Right. Guru, on you.
The series I kept an eye on last weekend was the Mariners and Braves series, man, for sure. That was a playoff type series. Mariners took 2 out of 3. Thank God, because the Mets keep losing to bad teams. So that helped the Mets out. But I'll give you guys a little nugget that I heard the other day while I was watching the Sunday game. Both, and I think both Rookie of the Years, Harris and Julio Rodriguez, actually had their first multi-home run game in the same game on Sunday. So that was awesome to see. Rodriguez with the game tying home run, and Harris with the game tying and go ahead home run. But then who hit the walk off? It was I don't
Suarez.
remember. Suarez. Yes, Suarez hit the home run.
It don't even matter. We just need to change
Walk-off.
save.
Man, that was
No, we're gonna stick right here because that was a playoff type game, man. Let me tell you that you already know that crowd in Seattle, and we talk about them all the time. That was awesome to see.
At 5, what you was on this past weekend, man?
so. Really, I think most baseball fans' eyes were on the Mariners Braves series. Jorge touched briefly on that game on Sunday, but man, here's my takeaways are the Mariners, like watching them this last month or so, it's just felt different a little bit. They look like they're watching them. I feel like they're actually for real a legitimate World Series threat. They really just kind of finally put it together. And then with the Braves, man, to come out and put up 5 in the 9th inning and then turn around and just immediately cough it back up. Just chalk it up to one of those games in the middle of a great season. But y'all have got to get Kenley out of the 9th inning.
Got to.
Like
he got to go.
Like now. He needs. I don't know if he needs to make some earlier appearances. Throw him out there in some no pressure, some low pressure situations. Let him find himself again. But it's like he's short arming everything.
Look here, before you elaborate on that, I watched the interview because they do the Braves interviews here, and I'm listening to Snicker, and he's talking about, he's right up there at the top with the saves. I don't give a shit. He's not pitching well. I almost threw this remote at the TV.
I think
it's not it. I don't care about the numbers.
Listen. If Mariano Rivera goes out there and has 4 bad outings in a row, like bad outings, and then I'm in I don't care if it's the Sandman. If I'm in a must-win game the next night in the 9th inning, I'm probably throwing someone else out there for that night.
Dude,
that's really honestly legit. That's an exaggeration. If it's the Sandman, he's going out there every time he's needed. But you get my point, though.
We get the example. Will Smith wasn't doing this last year. He wasn't doing that.
Oh, now you love Will Smith, huh?
No. During the season, he was doing some goofy stuff. Towards when it was winning time, September, August, September, October, he shut the door.
So what? I think he has 4 blown saves in his last 9 appearances or something like that.
Yes.
For Jensen?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
That's crazy.
Okay. Trav, I'm going to pose a question to both you and the Braves front office and Brian Snicker.
You can ask us all.
What the fuck did you trade for Iglesias for?
I don't know, but he need to be there. I like the way that guys get up on the mound. He goes in there, take care of his business. He in a rhythm. He don't sit up there and pause. He ain't got no jerk in his hip. He ain't got none of that. He get on that mound. He put the pitches where the pitch is supposed to be at, and he close out the games. We got dude for no reason. We don't need to get him for those 7, and 8 innings. You got Metzer and you got Iglesias. Get Kenley out of here, man. Let him watch the game.
Just so you know, Trav, I mean, Kenley still has his confidence. I mean, maybe that has something to do with it. Like,
is it confidence? Oh, you saying he doesn't have his confidence?
No, he does. He does. Like,
no, he don't.
He doesn't get rattled. It's just
that's rattling to me.
I just want to. Raisel Iglesias has not allowed a run since August 9th. The last run he allowed before that was July 12th.
Dude.
This man is your everyday closer, or damn well should be.
Man, we got it. I don't like it. I didn't like it at the beginning of the season. I kept telling y'all this. I don't like it. And I'm continuing not to like it because it's gonna come a time that we're going to be in a big game situation where it's gonna be a 1-run lead and he's gonna mess it up.
It's probably gonna be up against the Mets.
How about this? Score more runs and get rid of those save opportunities.
We score a lot. That's the problem. We put up the numbers. We just don't close the show.
I'm gonna say just keep pitching Jensen, please. That would be amazing.
Man.
But secondly, not to take attention off of what we're talking about, but you guys out there, I'm not gonna say it because you guys say I always jinx it. Go look at the Royals Twins game. That's all I'm gonna say.
You still jinxed it.
Yeah, that's as good as saying it.
Yeah.
Hey, before we move on to the next subject, I got one team that I want to ask y'all about. And
can I throw one more out there for a series from this weekend?
Go ahead.
So I've had my eye on the Guardians, not just this past weekend, but I feel fairly confident at this point saying that the Guardians are my sleeper pick for the playoffs. They have, and Jorge and I were talking about this a little bit before the show. They've not had a single stretch where their offense has just been outstanding outside of the first few weeks of the season, right? But they've scored 40 runs in their last 8 games. Every single year, they have the pitching to go toe-to-toe with anybody. That hasn't changed, even though that they don't have the heavyweights of Houston or the Yankees or whatever. But if we're seeing their offense starting to put it together and peak, it's happening at the right time. And this is a team where if their bats stay hot, they have a legitimate chance. If their bats are hot in the playoffs, they have a legitimate chance of getting all the way to the World Series.
I don't know, man. White Sox are right there.
There you go. And you took
they are.
And I wanted to ask y'all about
I've had my eye on.
Yeah,
they've been playing a lot better since old Tony's been gone.
Mm-hmm.
And
they look like the White Sox again.
The White Sox, and if I'm running the White Sox, whether he's good to come back or not, I don't know if it's the right idea to bring him back to the team right now.
Mm-hmm. So ask away. Ask your question.
That was it. I mean, are they doing a major league when old boy had the heart attack and he actually had heartburn? And they switched the colors.
Man,
I don't know, but I was just picturing him jumping up on his hospital bed, listening to the game on the radio.
Yep.
What a knock! What a knock!
What did he have? Because he was supposed to keep his stress level down, so they didn't want him watching or listening to the game. What did he have on the TV?
He had on some
like a cooking show or something, right?
Yeah,
I think it was.
Wasn't it Oprah? I think he was watching.
No, it wasn't Oprah. It was
a cooking show. I think
soap operas. It was a soap opera.
Oh yeah.
It was a
yeah.
snowball.
Okay, what did he say when the nurse ran in? He said, "I love this mushy shit."
Oh,
I don't
man.
think that's exactly right, but
But
That's-
yeah, but the White Sox have turned it around. Went to Oakland and took 2 or 3 there, right?
Mhm.
Same
3 or
thing with
4,
the
I
Mariners.
believe.
Same thing with the Mariners too.
They just it's just that time of the year, fellas. Just that time of the year.
They're getting
Guru.
hot at the right time.
Yeah,
Guru,
3 of 4 in Oakland, and
Yeah.
before that, they took 2 or 3 from the Mariners and 2 or 3 from the Twins.
so they taking care of their business. They taking care of business. Guru, I'm gonna let you lead this one off because this one's well, you know what? Not you. I'm gonna get this cat 5 because he been putting up stuff. He been putting up stuff about this one. And this is crazy. What's going on with these rule changes, man? Yes, get your
Okay.
water.
Right.
He's gonna break it down.
So there are a multitude of rule changes for the 2023 season. First one being the pitch clock. So from the time the catcher catches the ball, the pitcher will have 15 seconds to throw the next pitch if the bases are empty, 20 seconds with runners on. The pitcher batters must be in the box and, quote, alert with at least 8 seconds left on the clock. Now, we can get into what alert might mean another time. I feel like that's a whole conversation.
Mhm.
And then the pitcher gets 2 disengagements from the rubber per plate appearance, including pickoff attempts, meaning once he steps on the rubber, he can only step off twice. Now he gets a third if that third is a pickoff move. And if he does not get the runner, if the runner is safe, it will be ruled a balk no matter what. And the runner will get to advance. Now, if the runner advances, the pitcher gets his 2 disengagements back. So it's just you start over. But that combined with another rule change, the bases becoming 3 square inches larger. Bases are going from 15 square inches to 18. This is mainly an effort to reduce collisions at first base. So, for example, on plays where balls hit to the first baseman, pitcher has to cover, sometimes you'll see a bang play where they kind of get there at the same time and can't avoid each other. And it's also to avoid first baseman's feet getting stepped on, that kind of thing. But that gives an extra, that reduces the length between bases by 3 inches. So you're going to have, what I think you're going to see is you're going to see a lot of big leads because the pitcher only gets 2 attempts to pick you off. So if he's already gotten his 2 disengagements, I'm getting a big ass lead. You maybe keep leaning back towards first base so you can go back on first movement because whether it's a good throw or a bad throw, if you're not out, you're going to second, no matter what. So I think it's gonna bring back the stolen base, which I'm excited about. This is we've been complaining about the disappearance of small ball. It's not going to bring bunts back. Talk about that in a second. But we'll see a lot more running and aggressiveness on the base pass, in my opinion. So the next thing is also the batter only gets 1 timeout per plate appearance. So you're not gonna see too much of that cat and mouse of Batter's trying to wait just until the last second where the pitcher's getting right into his rhythm and stepping out 2 or 3 times. So that and the play clock or the pitch clock, just like before, they're trying to speed up the games. And all of these changes they've experimented with a lot in the minor leagues. And by all accounts, minor league games have been shaved by like 20 to 30 minutes across the board. And there was a lot of resistance to it by players and coaches at first. But a lot of the interviews that I've watched and listened to here recently, they're raving about it. They can't believe how awesome it is to play a 2.5-hour game. And I think it's going to be better for the fans too, because every year you hear parents complaining about the games ending too late. Their kids were supposed to be in bed, whatever. It happens. But the next is the most controversial rule, and that is the shift ban. So beginning in 2023, all 4 infielders must be positioned in the dirt until after the pitch is thrown, and you must have 2 infielders on either side of second base.
Looking at you, Joey Gallo.
Hey, like I said in the chat, if I'm Joey Gallo, my walk-up music from now until the end of next season is Vindicated by Dashboard Confessional.
That don't make no sense, man. That don't make no sense, man. You gotta learn how to use it.
Okay, y'all don't crucify me for this, but the more I think about it, the less I hate it. And let me
the no shift or the rules in general?
The shift ban.
Okay.
That doesn't mean that don't get me wrong. I don't like the idea that they're taking the shift away. The reason I'm not as against it as I was before is because taking a step back and looking at the state of the game, like these kids are getting taught now to hit for launch angle at Little League age. Like this goes all the way down to the basic training that the players are getting as kids. We want to bring back small ball. That's great, but it has to start at the lowest level. If these kids are all getting taught to hit for home runs, then you know what I mean? Like it would take a really long time to bring the game back around to there. And I feel like maybe we're just the old guys now, and this is just, this is the way the game's evolved, and this is the way it's going to be, and we got to get on board. The other big thing is, as much as we don't like it, this is overwhelmingly what the fans wanted. And we keep talking about the money and about, like this whole off season was about money, but that money's not there if they're not keeping the fans engaged. So, I feel like it's unfortunate, but it's necessary. And, objectively, it really is going to lend itself to, even if it's not our kind of entertaining, more entertaining baseball. And ultimately, I feel like that's what we all want. So,
was the field was the infield being shifted when Herman was playing?
No.
Was the infield shift when
Well, actually, I shouldn't say no. I actually don't know about that. I know
all this stuff is mythical, but we know that field wasn't shipped. So, anyways,
this is the most significant change this is the most significant added rule as far as the positioning of players since I think it was like 1870s or 1880 something. The last time a rule was put in place about where players can be positioned, it was to say that they cannot line up in foul territory before the pitch.
Right.
which I don't know why he would do
And
that.
why would
Why
somebody
would
do that? Yeah. I mean, what was the field shifted when Pete Rose was playing?
Well, here's another angle though that a lot of people aren't really considering. Major league managers and GMs and front offices are, if there is one thing that they are expert at, it is loopholes. This isn't going to take the shift away, but what you might start seeing is things like the left fielder playing a shallow right,
Right.
or 5 infielders or 4 outfielders, which the Blue Jays have done a lot this year. So this isn't going to take the shift away. It's just going to involve the shift.
It's just
and it's gonna involve more risk when you do shift, because you're gonna have to leave left field open or right field open, or there's gonna be a little more. It's gonna take a little more creative thinking, but we're not gonna see the shift just disappear. It'll happen less though.
the game has to sell. So in order to sell, you have to, first of all, as younger, just players and professional players in general, you want to sell the tickets, and the way to sell the tickets is offensively, not defensively.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why these changes are being made. But at the same time, when you're considered a pro, when you're a pro, you can do things because that's what you can do. You're a pro at this. If I'm left-handed and they got 5 people on my right side and they ain't got nobody over here on the left side, I'm a pro. I'm gonna wait late and hit this ball the other way. But I understand the rule changes. They got to put asses in seats. They got to be more asses in town. Got to be more asses in Arizona. So
Oakland, damn
Oakland.
That's not gonna happen.
Yeah. So
I also
understand.
can't help thinking that that if MLB had just been a little more damn subtle when they juiced the balls, we wouldn't even be here.
That's true. This is the thing. We talked about this in another show where we were getting ready for the shift, and we talked about it. Every sport has done this, to where they transition to an offensive side of, let's say, the field, the court, whatever you want to say. And now it's just baseball getting onto an on board as far as what everybody else is doing. Like basketball, they stopped not the man, but they stopped the zone. They can't do a zone defense, right?
No. It's called legal defense. Illegal defense is basically you can't have a player up under the free throw. You can't have the opposite player guarding somebody under the free throw line. So they basically brought the kind of like the zone. It's the zone is back.
So they can't do that. And in football, you see more flags thrown against defense, against the ticky-tack stuff. Let's say defensive backs, linebackers, and MLB is just catching up. That's what they're doing.
Soccer and hockey have offsides.
Again, offense sells tickets, defense wins games.
Yep.
But let me interject here, because I have to bring out the players. Because yes, the fans dictate a lot, but pay attention to who's on your players association as far as the stars, because what do they care about most than ever is longevity in this game, and that's with safety. So with the NFL, what was a huge thing? Safety. NBA, certain things, safety. And now with baseball, i.e., of course, increasing, the bases, but safety. So if you want to have, a long career, pay attention to who, is voted as, the voice of your players association, because they're the ones who, what they are okay with. Most of your stars, most of your, face of franchises, Francisco Lindor, shout out to you, who, gave his, 2 cents. He's okay with more offense, because he knows more money in my wallet, and the better my career, and the longer career I can have. Gallo, you may be a part of that too. or the greater my career.
But to what Storms alluded and gave us and told us about a week ago when we went over this before we did the show, is that the players actually were opposed to all of this. Is that not true, Storms?
Yeah, so the players actually voted unanimously against all of these rule changes, and again, taking a step back and looking at this with a grain of salt, I wonder how much of it was because all the players are really opposed to some of these changes, or a little bit of it at least has got to be baseball is a very routine oriented sport.
Mm-hmm.
And none of these guys want to change up how they've been doing things. They just don't. They know what works for them and they don't want to mess with it.
Especially pitchers.
Yep.
Yes.
They're the worst.
So here's my 2 cents about this. One good and one bad. The good thing about this in a way is that you're going to see higher batting average because the shift is no longer there. You're going to see people getting more singles and doubles opposed to home runs because the shift isn't there, meaning the extra infield isn't there. And also because of that, you're going to see more people hitting in their contract a certain batting average. You get a salary bump or whatever. They have clauses in their contracts for all that. So you're going to see people. You're also going to see what Storms alluded to in the beginning. You're going to see more stolen bases because if the pitcher can't throw over more, the player's going to get a bigger and bigger lead. So I wouldn't be surprised if you see more people getting 10, 15, 20 stolen bases. And it's just something that you're going to see because of what's going on and what's happening in the game. And then you're also going to see more balks because if you throw over the third time, and like Storm said, and you don't pick them off, the runner automatically goes to second. And then there's also a rule as well with that. If the pitch is taking too long with the pitch clock, it's an automatic ball, right? To the bat.
Yes.
So
yes, if the pitch is delivered late, it's called a ball.
So you're going to see more walks. So the pitchers better, hurry up and get on their ass and make sure they deliver the pitch before that timer runs out. But
you're gonna see more home runs too. You know why?
A rushed pitch.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, and to that point, you know what else you're gonna see? You're gonna see every team in major leagues using the pitch comm because that's gonna get the signs to the pitcher a lot faster.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So, man,
that's it.
This makes me wish we could get rookie Billy Hamilton again.
Man, imagine Ricky Henderson in this.
Yes,
crazy.
Whoa. That man steal 70 bases.
Easy
by the break.
Light work.
Easy work.
Even better. Willie Mays Hayes.
Ooh,
Willie Mays.
Man.
Going somewhere.
Touching on that, I just wanted to say updates on the score. The Mets just lost to the Cubs 4-1, and the Braves are already down to the Giants 1-0 in the first. Neither team wants a division, man.
We don't want it. But
that's Jorge right now.
I'm gonna pass this. I'm gonna let Jorge start this off, and I'm just gonna say one big number. 697.
Man,
take it away.
Man, oh man. Who would have thought Albert Pujols going into this year, finding the fountain of youth and doing what he's doing in a Cardinal uniform? He's already surpassed A-Rod. He's fourth on the list now? And
I think so. Fourth.
Yep.
Fourth on the list behind Bonds, Babe Ruth, and Hank Aaron, correct? Am I correct?
Bonds, Aaron, and then Ruth, yeah.
Yeah. So, man, he's 3 away. I would have never thought. We talked about this in another show, in the other show, but we have to give him more props, man. The machine is doing the machine-like things, and props to him. And more importantly, man, the person that he is. How about after that home run that he hit in 697, the fan in
Gave it away.
Pittsburgh, the
Yeah.
fan in Pittsburgh came up to him, was going to give him the ball, and she told him the story about her dad passed away, and the first thing he said is,
It'll mean more
"This
to you.
ball will mean more to you than it will ever mean to me." Who the
Yeah,
And
hell does that?
It was a year ago that day that she lost her dad.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's awesome, dude. Like
That's
that's just telling the human being that he is, man. Like,
Not only did he I can't talk. Not only did he tell her to keep the ball, he signed 2 more balls and gave to him.
right. I seen that.
so he has 5 home runs in his last 18 games. That's the kind of, even though he's an older player, but I mean, what I'm saying is that's the kind of tear he has. And if you go back a little more, he has 7 in his last 20. So he's put himself in the position to, he hits 21 home runs, he gets 700.
700 because he got 18 right now. I seen the man hit a dribbler that dribbled to the shortstop about 8 times on the ground. And he went even a 4th to the first base bag. I'm like, God dang. But
Hey, hold on.
I seen him. Yeah.
Hold on. Kyle's in the chat talking shit about my Mets. He's like, the Mets lost me money 2 nights in a row. That's what you get for betting on them.
And speaking of Kyle, he said,
I see me and Ty both went with our Albert Pujols background.
but Kyle took I swear, I don't want Albert to do like Bernie Mac on Mr. 3000.
Don't do it.
No, don't.
Don't do it.
Yeah.
Don't do it. Do not get stuck on 699. I do not get it. Somebody they need to get Roger Clemens' son to pitch so he can hit one out.
Throw the ephus.
I swear, man, do not get stuck. Ty, any remarks about your boy Albert?
I said it before and I'll say it again and I'll keep saying it. I don't care, Baseball Writers Association, whoever it is. I swear, if I find out one of you did not vote this man to be in the Hall of Fame first ballot and he doesn't get that unanimous vote, I'm slapping the shit out of you. I'm gonna find you. Front hand and backhand.
It's gonna be an old 80-year-old. I swear to God, it's gonna be like an old 87-year-old. That's gonna be like, nope.
I can't miss work, but I'll buy the plane ticket.
Like I said, we have to do it by committee too. Like, and we have to go live and just line it up. Let's do it.
It gotta be.
Look into the
hitter I've
camera
seen.
and tell the people why this is happening to you.
Greatest hitter I've seen in my lifetime. And I'll stand on that. I mean, as far as duration, like, start to finish, I've seen his whole career. Like, I stand on that. And yes, there have been, other great hitters too and sluggers, but overall, he's the total package, and he's been that. He's the machine for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree with you when you said best hitter. Overall best hitter, yeah, like just doubles machine, freaking home run power each direction. When he was on, he carried the team to a division titles and also in the playoffs, man. And yeah, one of the few players I can say I've watched the whole career, as far as overall best hitters all time in baseball, and he's definitely one of them. I can say Gwynn too, but I didn't watch all of Gwynn's career. I watched like half, and it's just amazing what he's done.
Yeah, I believe he's a top 5 hitter in the history of our sport.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
So check this out. We got like 15 minutes left. And I mean, we didn't cover the main topics that we want to, but Cat 5 brought something up earlier. And it's like, since we got enough time, bring up some Cat 5 that you want to freestyle about that we can elaborate a little bit more for these next 15 minutes of the show.
Okay. So let's see here. Let me look at the standings right now. So the Yankees still have 5.5 games on the Rays. Wait, is that game over?
What, the Yankees and Sox?
Sox. Yeah. No, it's okay.
No.
That's headed to extras right now.
Mhm.
Oh, wow.
And the Rays won. So if the Yankees win, then they'll still be 5.5 up on the Rays. The Guardians are currently 3.5 up on the White Sox. Twins have pretty much played themselves out. They're 5.5 back now. What in your opinion, what is more likely? The Rays overtake the Yankees or the White Sox overtake the Guardians?
Ooh.
That's a good one.
Ooh. Because that Indians and White Sox, whoever slip up first.
It was you. You said Indians.
It's gonna be the Indians. They're gonna be the Indians as long as I live. The Guardians. Anyways, man.
I can answer this one though. I think I got an answer.
Whoever slips up first. Because I think as much grief y'all give my guy Vic Jr. I think the Yankees gonna do what they're supposed to do. They sputtering into a stride, but that Guardians, White Sox, because both of them are rolling right now. Both of them rolling.
So, Ty, say it for us one time, please.
Yeah, because Trap butchered it. He tried.
I ain't gonna
Guardians?
So I'm gonna, as much as I want to pick the Tampa Bay, I'm gonna go with the White Sox, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because they've been playing amazing baseball since La Russa left. So we can already see that La Russa has been the problem. 2, they play the White Sox 4 more times, with one being on Thursday, a makeup game, and then 3 games set next week. And then over the weekend, they have 5 games against Minnesota, a doubleheader on Saturday.
You know what? They've still got 3 with the Rangers, and they end the season with 6 in a row against Kansas City.
How the hell do you have 6 game set? Is that makeup games? Like, that's crazy. It doesn't even make any sense.
I don't know, but it's 6 at home.
Yeah, but that's the only those 9 are the only games that you can say they should win. But they, in between the Texas and Kansas City, they have Tampa Bay with 3 games. So
They've had Minnesota's number. They've had the White Sox number here up until here recently. But if they got 5 against the Twins. So if they take 3 out of those 5, and realistically the 9 against the Rangers and Royals, they should probably take 6 of those. So then you're left with the 3 against the Rays. And they've got 4 against the White Sox and 1 more with the Angels tomorrow. I mean, right. I don't see them. I don't see them losing more than, what was this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So the real question is this with or without La Russa? that's the real question.
And that's a good question too, because we don't know.
Yeah.
But so they got 22 games left. I don't see them dropping more than 9, maybe 10. So the White Sox, who are barely over a 500 team, are going to have to play over 500 just to maintain their 3.5 game deficit. I just don't see it, man.
And the other thing is with Tampa Bay and Toronto playing this week. They're going against each other and beating up against each other, and they're the two teams that are right behind the Yankees. So,
They're gonna be bumping heads. They're
exactly.
gonna be bumping heads while the Yankees probably playing. Who the Yankees playing? Why they doing?
And not only that, Toronto and Tampa Bay, they played a doubleheader today. They play tomorrow, Thursday, and then they still have another 4-game set. While the Yankees, I'll tell you right now, the Yankees to finish the year, this is the series that I'm looking forward to this weekend, by the way. They have Milwaukee. And in a weird late interleague series, they play Milwaukee, Pittsburgh, Boston, Toronto, Baltimore, Texas. So they have a little bit of an easier schedule going down the stretch.
Mm-hmm.
So I would say the White Sox, just because based off of those series.
We'll see. It's gonna be fun, man. It's weird because, like I said, the bats are working for Cleveland right now, which hasn't been the case basically all year.
Mm-hmm.
And we just, at this point, I don't know what I'm gonna see from New York from day to day.
That's a good point.
So I don't know. I mean, really, I don't think either one of them lets go of their lead of the division. But I do have it mostly 50-50. I picked the Rays taking over the Yankees because I posed the question, so I felt like I had to pick one.
What are you gonna go with, Ty?
This is actually easy for me, surprisingly. One's a petty reason that's just to be funny, and the other is actually just like the math seems to check out. So have nothing against the Guardians. You've did something and very special that no one really saw coming in your division. But we'll know next week for sure. Exactly 7 days to be exact when that White Sox series starts. And then you have, the Rays as well. Now you finish the season, against the Royals for the, for Guardians fans out there. That's a good sign, but that's not a lot of ground to cover. That's pretty close. If you have a 3-game lead, like that's an easy switch over a course of a week. Now I don't see a major implosion. I just see this going down to the wire, but I don't foresee the AL East like that, especially when you also have another team right there as well. I think it's harder for the Rays to cover their ground against two solid, teams, whereas for the White Sox, you just have the one, and you can, put yourself in a nice position, to, put that bullseye on their back and take them out, next week, which they'll do. And if I remember correctly, the last time they played, one game was postponed, but they split. So, and we all know how great division games are, and how if you take that momentum, which is key once you head into October, is who has all the momentum. That's all you need. The last second petty reason, and just to be funny, is just because Han has no idea what Tony La Russa is thinking, feeling. Nobody knows what his condition is. He has, heart issues. He's old. The Zach Westrick method. And then on top of that, Miguel Cairo is 14 games in right now? Why rock the boat? That's 2 weeks. So you mean to tell me you're going to let this man do 2 weeks of the job and then say, okay, we're doing great now. Tony, come on back. No, you ride the hot hand.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and the other thing about not bringing Tony back is, man, the fans were really giving it to him before he took his break too. He was getting booed every day. Like, I just don't see a reason to bring him back as long as you're winning.
So the bigger question is, Storms, and I'm surprised you didn't bring this up. And I'm gonna pose it to all three of you guys right now, which is, will Hader's former team overtake his team? They're only 2 games back in the wild card, and San Diego has a shot of missing the playoffs with Soto Bell, and Hader. A huge shot of missing the playoffs. Milwaukee's
Okay,
only
Max.
2 games back in the wild card
Pass.
standings. What do you tell me what you guys think about that one? That would be awful. They have Seattle, which they're playing right now, Arizona this weekend. Then they have a little bit of a brutal schedule. They have St. Louis in the middle of next weekend for a 3-game set, 3 in Colorado, 3 against the Dodgers, and 3 against the White Sox.
Dude, the
And
Padres, they would a stupid ending schedule. They had something like that last year.
Mm-hmm.
And
They
not
played the
only
Giants. They played the Giants. They had us. They had us at first. They had Atlanta when they were hot. They had the Giants. Turned around and played the Dodgers. Then they played the Giants again and ended. I was like, dude, they just gotta, whoever they schedule maker is, they need to slap them.
and not only is Colorado just a completely different team at home than they are on the road,
Right.
but they are absolutely crushing the ball right now.
Mm-hmm.
Their offense is on fire.
But to counter that, Philadelphia has not that much of an easier schedule because right now they have a 3-game set against Miami, which they should take 2 of 3 with those in the division. But during the weekend, they play Atlanta. Then they play 2 against Toronto. Then they play 4 against Atlanta again. Then the next 7 games after that, which is 3 against Chicago and then 4 against Washington. But, and this is a big but, and I don't know how the hell this happened, they end the year in Houston. How the hell who did this? Like, how do you get interleague play the last 3 games of the year?
First of all, who cares about fitting? I don't. I really
I don't know, but I'm not gonna lie. Like these schedules are gonna make for a really like. I wanna shake the hand of the schedule committee for the way they put these schedules together this year.
And next, I can't wait for that. Everybody plays everybody.
Exactly. And you know what? The thing, I mean, we talk about these brutal schedules. I tell you what, can't none of these teams sit out their starters.
I mean, if you're gonna be champion, you got to earn it, right?
Yeah. So you got to go through it. You got to go through the gauntlet. So
gotta climb the mountain.
Mm-hmm.
For sure.
All right. So next one. What is more likely, the Padres overtaking the Dodgers? No, I'm just
kidding. Boy, I wish that would happen, but that would never happen.
Now, okay, you know what? Just for fun, and also because it's the last tight race that we haven't talked about yet. Your team and your team, the Mets, still currently own a 1.5 game lead on the Atlanta Braves.
We gonna catch them slipping.
Who cares?
Who is going? Oh, just 1 game now.
One right now. We haven't played. We haven't played. Well, we're playing right now. We down.
Okay, tie. Because I want an objective answer. Who wins this division?
Honestly, I would say the Mets, they're due for it. I think after everything they've been through, I think everything they've been through the last couple of seasons, like it would mean more to them to win the division. And even though they are giving every opportunity for the Braves to just come on in, I don't think they want to lose out on that opportunity after everything, how they turned around everything so quick. I think you have a team that's had so much adversity to lose the division and take that into the postseason. That's not good at all. Not at all. And then you throwing away a manager of the year for, somebody who kind of deserves it, I think, this season. So I say the objective me says the Mets, but really, who cares? I almost was gonna look up the Jurassic Park, meme. We're like, see, nobody cares. I was about to put that up right now.
See,
I may still do it.
See, I was gonna say, Ty, that's why you're my brother. But then when you said nobody cares, I take that back because I care. but nah. What do you say, Storms? Who you going with? Who you going with?
Man,
Okay.
Ask Buck Showalter.
Here's my thing. Jorge, you're my brother, man. You know I love you, but I've got the Atlanta Braves as the second best team in baseball.
Even with Kenley being what Kenley is this year, despite 33 saves, it's a lot.
Yes. Yes. Now,
despite all the runs they get away.
That is also, of course, contingent on them either fixing or removing that problem. Because right now, make no mistake, it is a problem.
Big problem.
But I don't know, man. They've been the best team in baseball for how long now? You get that itch, or you good? No, I don't know, man. I just and it's hard. It's hard to play that well because they've been playing at like an 800 clip for the past 3 or 4 months.
Yeah.
Like it's just stupid, and it is hard to maintain that. Which is why, and we'll get into this more at a later date, which is why they're not winning another World Series this year. But I think they got it for another 3 weeks.
Trav went like.
The last National League team to win back-to-back World Series was the 1975 and 76 Big Red Machine. It's been almost 50 years, and it ain't going to happen this year.
Where's Kyle when you need him? Kyle for the tiebreaker.
It's time to break a jinx because the Dodgers didn't act like they didn't want to do it.
Man, let's not talk about the COVID championship again. Come on, we're over this.
Damn you guys.
No, but hey, we got Colin here. He was talking about the Twins no watch, and then he was saying that the Twins were 2 outs away. But Bobby Witt Jr. broke up the no. So no hitter for the Twins.
The Guru Jinx is undefeated.
Yeah, another notch on your belt, huh?
Hey, before we close this show, I was just gonna ask y'all one question. It's either yes or no. It's an outside shot, but I'm just gonna keep it in the AL East. Do the Blue Jays got a shot? Yes or no?
Yes.
Ty?
Yes.
Cat?
A shot at winning the division?
Yes.
I mean, it's hard. Yeah, I mean, it
was yes or no, Cat. It was yes or no.
Yes. Yes. They're not going to win the division, but yes, they have a shot.
And to Vic's comment also, the Yanks just went up 7-4 in the 10th in Boston.
Update. Nice update.
And that is why, because
are we out of time? Because I do want to talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, we right there in it. We're right.
Okay, so I'm gonna just say then that at the beginning of the year, I wholeheartedly believed that the Blue Jays had a better roster top to bottom than the New York Yankees, and that has not changed. That has not changed.
We've also seen the type of run that the Blue Jays can make in a 2-week span to cut it from, let's say, 10 to 2 games. So they're not out of it yet. And they are about to be back the same amount of games as the Rays. You're right, Vic. I just saw that because they had a doubleheader today, so it's about to be 6 games apiece, I believe. Or it is 6 games apiece, or it's going to be when the Yankees win. So, yeah.
Look out for baby Bichette. That's all I'm going to say.
On fire. by the way.
Ooh,
Mhm.
yes. On that note, man, your boy Ty through, Guru, Cat 5. This your boy Trav, The Dish. We're gonna see y'all next week. Holla at your boys.